We start off with singer R. Kelly, who is back in custody, this time facing federal sex crimes charges. NYPD detectives and Homeland Security agents arrested Kelly last night in Chicago. He was indicted earlier in the day by two federal courts, the Northern District of Illinois, based in Chicago, and the Eastern District of New York, based in Brooklyn.
The 13-count indictment accuses Kelly of charges related to child pornography, enticement of a minor, and obstruction of justice. And this is on top of the state charges he already faces. CTM national correspondent Jerika Duncan has been covering the allegations of abuse by R. Kelly, which he strongly denies, we should point out. Jerika, what else do we know?
Well, this is the first time that R. Kelly is facing federal charges. We heard that this was coming. It was really a matter of when. Federal prosecutors in New York are expected to announce charges as early as today, which our sources say could involve sex trafficking.
For the second time this year, R&B singer R. Kelly was arrested in Chicago on sex crime charges. Federal agents took the three-time Grammy winner into custody. Sources say it happened while he was walking his dog in front of his Trump Tower apartment Thursday night.
For more charges, even if you're innocent.
Kelly's crisis manager, Daryl Johnson, says the singer's team was expecting federal charges, and they are ready to fight them.
It has a lot of fans, a lot of people praying for him, and they're wishing him the best. And, you know, the best outcome is for him to be out. And that's what we all hope.
Kelly had already been charged with a number of sex-related crimes this year.
The new indictment alleges additional counts.
Just 6 weeks ago, he pleaded not guilty to 11 of those charges in Chicago, 4 of which carry up to 30 years in prison each, if convicted. In an explosive interview with Gayle King in March, Kelly insisted he has done nothing wrong and denied allegations he abused women.
Well, how stupid would it be for R. Kelly, with all I've been through in my way past, to hold somebody, let alone 4, 5, 6, 50, you said. How stupid would I be to do that? Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
The singer has denied allegations of sexual misconduct for decades and was acquitted on state child pornography charges in 2008.
R. Kelly has pleaded not guilty to all previous charges against him. It's unclear whether these new federal charges, like the obstruction of justice charge, are related to the previous ones. We don't know yet when Kelly will appear before a judge next. Anthony?
Jerika, thank you. CBS News legal analyst Ricky Kleeman is with us. Ricky, good morning.
Good morning.
How serious are these new federal charges?
They are definitely serious. What we are dealing with is the possibility not only of sex trafficking, where you're looking at 10 years to life, depending on the severity of the crime, but we're also dealing with the possibility, I want to underline that, of a federal RICO charge in New York. And if that should come to pass, we're really looking at life. Now he isn't facing years. He's facing decades.
Decades. That's the difference between the state and the feds.
Well, he was facing about 30 years in the state, but that didn't necessarily mean that he was going to get it. When you look at two federal jurisdictions, the Northern District of Illinois, located in Chicago, the Eastern District of New York, located in Brooklyn, this time nobody's kidding around.
Why are the feds involved?
I would guess, and I can only guess, that the feds are involved for two reasons. Number one, if the Eastern District of New York is involved, they're like the Southern District. They don't do things unless they are really locked, loaded, ready. And that means that probably Main Justice in Washington has really put a priority on the issue of sex trafficking. I think we can see that this week with Jeffrey Epstein and now with R. Kelly, and with the statement from the head of the FBI in New York that sex trafficking is, in fact, something that they are not letting go of. And they are serious in New York. So now we have to have a nexus in New York. Did he transport a woman to New York? Did he film a woman into New York? Did he make some phone calls out of New York? There must be a nexus. But this time, they really may think that Chicago state's attorney has moved too slowly and that they are not going to take what they believe is a serial predator and let him take his time. Real question is detention.
Yeah, a lot of people saying, no, it only took 2 decades for him to be brought to justice.
Well, we're in the same story twice in 1 week.
We are. We are. Thank you, Ricky Kleeman.